welcome to Belgium. I think you played your first show of the mini tour yesterday.
Yeah.
Is that correct?
Yeah.
How was it?
Yeah, it was really good. We were in Hasselt yesterday. So yeah, it was really good. A place called Choke.
Yeah,
Choke?
I can't pronounce it.
It was like a youth house. So that was really, really cool. Like, yeah, we last time we came over in March, we went to we played Crossbone Fest, and that was at a youth house as well. So it's something we don't really get in England. Like, there's no youth houses or anything. I think it's a really good idea over there. So yeah, we should definitely adopt that in England.
Yeah, every small town has one, I think.
Yeah. It's really cool.
So you released the single "Stitches" of your upcoming EP.
Yeah.
And how's the reception of that song so far?
Cool. It's like good, like nice. It's been it's been good so far. It's been like a bit of a weird one because like I feel like we've been a band for ages, but like we just kind of it took us ages to like find like the right labels, like Bearded Punk and Wiretap in the US. Like it took ages for us to find the right people to release it. So I feel like we've just been like touring off the back of like one song for ages, so it's really nice to like be able to put like Stitches out, and we have a new single coming out next week as well. So yeah, it's been great. It's like just nice to see people enjoying it because it's taken us ages to bring it out.
Okay, I'm looking forward to the new single as well. I like Stitches. It's like raw, but at the same time it's very poppy. It's like a catchy tune as well. So. Is that something you try to do with most of the songs, like having the raw edge but also being accessible?
Yeah, I don't know, like we like, you know, we're not afraid to like write a poppy chorus. I guess we like that side of things, but then at the same time like everything around it might be like all fuzzy and stuff, and I guess that's kind of maybe what Kamikaze Girls is really, like a lot of fuzz and then like fuzzy kind of stuff that you can sing along to.
Okay. And can you tell us what the song is about, maybe? Stitches?
Yeah, it's like Stitches is about like anxiety, about being settled, like being settled down when you kind of get in a situation where you might be like settled in a house or like in a job or like in a relationship, and just kind of like that horrible like freaking out feeling that whoa, there's all this stuff I need to go and do, and like having like bad anxiety towards all of that, and then just like removing yourself from the situation and doing something completely different instead. Like, so yeah, anxiety about like being settled, I hate it. I can't do it, and I think I wrote Stitches when I was like super settled and I hated it, and now I'm like not settled and it's way better.
So it will be on the EP that's called Sad, I think. What can we expect of it?
It's a 5-track EP with B-sides, Tonic Youth. It's a record that we wrote about like a lot of mental health issues. So it talks about like depression, psychosis, anxiety, and like addiction. And so it's not the most happiest of records, but like in a way it is. I guess we wrote it when we weren't having a very nice time, and every time we play it we feel better about it. So I guess I don't know what musically what do you think people can expect from it?
I don't know, like I think Stitches is a pretty good example of the stuff that's on there. Like there's a couple of heavier songs, a couple of not as heavy songs on there, so it's kind of like Stitches was kind of like the perfect song to bring out first because it's like the middle ground between the whole song. So like there's the heavier, fuzzier stuff, but then there's the more shoegazy moments and like the super pop choruses and stuff on there as well. So it's kind of, I'd say it was a nice mixture of everything.
now it's great. Like the DIY like punk community in the UK and over here and in the States, like it's great. It's in like a really good place, and I don't know how long it'll stay that way, but there's a load of really great bands, and like I don't know, there's just like a really nice community at the moment, and especially back in the UK, maybe a little more in the South. Like there's a really nice community of bands, and shows are all getting great turnouts, and you know, like it's in terms of having like a safe space to go. I sort of where I grew up, it wasn't really like that. Like I don't know if it was
it's the
for
same
you
in
as
Leeds,
well.
like yeah.
Not having like many places you could go to like hang out with like similar like-minded people and like just watch some good music, and just, I don't know, I think like the fact that like our country is just failing us at the moment is made everyone in the like DIY punk community like way closer together.
Yeah, definitely.
Because like people are going to shows and just talking about everything, which is good. Like it's good to talk about stuff.
Yeah.
Always. So.
But it's not always been like that. It's only from like the last year, maybe 6 months, where it's kind of like really kicked off in a bigger way. Like it was kind of always more like, I mean, it's still ridiculously underground and stuff, but it was kind of like smaller groups of people. Whereas now it just seems like everyone's kind of slowly coming together, and like there's like more of a bigger community.
Yeah, it's very cliquey.
Like, yeah.
Bands would have their cliques, but it's not really like that anymore. It's like I feel like we can just go anywhere and play shows, and you know, like most of the time it's instantly just like you're one big family, and that's the most important thing. And I guess that's what you want from a show. Like you want to know that anyone can show up to a show and feel safe about being there despite what's going on outside of it. I guess Riot Girl is like a movement that was around like 15, 20 years ago, if not more, maybe 30 years ago now, where like, you know, like girls that couldn't necessarily play instruments picked them up and learned how to play them and started bands and kind of celebrated being in a band when in like a really male dominated scene, like industry. I mean, like it's I've been in and out of bands for like 12 years, and it's only the last 2 years that we've started playing on tours or on bills where there's other girls in bands. So I guess in a way, like Riot Girls like does celebrate like women in music, but at the same time, it's not predominantly female, really.
Yeah.
I mean, it's just kind of come full circle now, so there's a lot more people like embracing it and doing it, which is great. And you have bands that like maybe when they start out they can't even play their instruments, and by the end of it they're making like really great, powerful music. And if that empowers like other like young girls, or I mean like older women that have maybe always wanted to be in a band to like go out and do that, then that's like really cool. And you know, if anyone takes anything from us like that, then that's great. If not, if they just come to a show and have a good time, then that's it.
Okay, I see. Yeah, everybody knows girls, right? So it's important to look out for them.
You'd be surprised the amount of people that didn't think that though. I think it helps with the bands that we play with and stuff, because it's all like like-minded, similar people.
Yeah.
The people that come to shows are also like-minded, similar people. It's like you're kind of living in a bubble, and like sometimes you don't realise if you put yourself out of the bubble, then there's like other people are having a hard time doing stuff as well. So like, but within the bubble, everything seems to be.
That was great.
Yeah. Everyone that comes to our shows is always really kind and respectful and stuff. Like,
I don't know. For me, it's like the more bands like that are doing this sort of thing, and maybe calling out people that sexist or like misogynistic. The more people that do that, and the more bands that break through, and then the less people that react in a way that's like unnecessary to it.
Yeah.
Which song do you love to play live? Do you love the most to play live, maybe?
You go.
I really like playing Ladyfuzz.
Ladyfuzz,
yeah, it's got like a really good groove to it. Like it's a little bit different from like, it's not as heavy as the other songs.
Okay.
And like, yeah, it just feels like it's got a really good groove, especially towards the end of the song. Like when it picks up and there's like a load of screaming and like it just seems to take on a life of its own when we play it live. And I think it's a song where like it comes across best live with the crowd as well. Like everyone seems to be really into it when we play that. Like I'd say
yeah.
that.
For me, probably like Black Coffee.
Yeah.
Because we never really know what's gonna happen.
Yeah.
Like we don't like plan how that song goes live, and we don't plan like what noises happen in it, or how long it goes on for. And yeah, it's like it's very unpredictable sometimes, and sometimes I'll like put down my guitar and like listen to like all of the noise that comes out, and I'm like, I will never be able to recreate that again. But it was great. It's like the thing, I guess, like when like our live sets can be like really random. Like we never like it's whatever happens, and you know things will be very different, which is what like it's why like we have so much fun playing live.
Yeah,
it's
we
like,
don't really have a set list either. It kind of just like we just kind of decide just before we go on stage what we want to play and what kind of songs, or like not even that, just like we don't know how long the songs are going to be. Like if we're making a nice noise, we'll just like go into like a different thing or whatever. Like it's nice just to be able to not be set down to like a structure of the song, just to be like this feels right. So yeah, it takes a lot of communication on stage, which is good. But
yeah, we're always like chatting and winking.
Yeah, definitely.
What do you prefer, playing a festival or playing a headline show?
I'd probably say playing a festival.
Yeah,
because
me too.
like most of the festivals we play are just like mates fests. So like we know a load of the bands that are playing. It's like really good to hang out with and meet new people as well. Like we've not met the Trophy Lungs guys before, apart from one of them when we were over in the States last year. And like we've been hanging out for the last 2 days with them, and it's like you get to meet new people, and like we won't see them for a couple of months, and then we'll play another festival with them, and it's like, oh hey guys, what's going on? Like you get to catch up a little bit, and it's like really good fun.
Sure.
Yeah.
You meet friends and you make friends at
Exactly.
festivals.
Always,
yeah.
Okay. And the last one, I've seen you catch Pokemon. What's your favorite one?
Oh,
that's a good one. That is a good
my
one.
favorite. Mine's really lame. It's Oddish.
Oddish.
Oddish is super cute.
Yeah.
Lost all my cool points, but yeah, Oddish is my favorite. What's your favorite Pokemon?
I don't know, like, I think I was most excited to catch a Jigglypuff. I don't know why, it just pops up, I was like, yes, I need to catch this.
When we were crossing the ferry over to Belgium, like we were checking out the Pokemon, and there was is it a Voltorb appeared, and like we don't really have them in the UK, and we were all like freaking out, and I went to catch it and I had no Pokeballs, and it was really sad.
But I'm really excited because apparently this is a Pokestop, over here.
I've not
so,
even looked.
I
I've
didn't
not
know.
looked.
so I'm going to get someone to drop a cheeky lure on that tonight.
Yeah.
And, just going to sit here and have a nice time for half an hour. So, yeah.
And you're gonna grab some balls then and swipe
Yeah.
away.
Exactly.
What's your favorite Pokemon?
Yeah, what's your favorite Pokemon?
Mine is. I think it's the least cool Pokemon. It's Eevee.
Oh, Eevee's
yeah.
great.
She's
And you-
great. She can turn into anything.
Yeah, you never know what you're going to get as well.
Yeah,
right?
apparently if you give them a nickname, like they'll evolve into.
Yeah,
the
they'll
one.
evolve
So,
into
like,
something different.
I tried that and it just didn't work out.
Mine's
at all,
nicknamed
so-
Sparky.
Yeah, mine
so
was too, but
hopefully-
nah.
No,
Vaporeon I got, didn't
Yeah,
I?
yeah.
So, oh well.
We'll see.
We'll have to see what happens with the Pokemon.
Yeah.
All right. So thanks a lot for chatting to us. Is there maybe anything you want to add or put out there to
Yeah,
close off the interview?
We have a new single coming out next week called Lady Fuzz.
Okay.
And then we're coming back over to mainland Europe in September for 2 weeks with a band called Austeros.
Yeah.
Make good life choices.
Yeah.
Okay.
We always have a phrase which we like to end interviews with,
Yeah, and-
which is what one of our friends, Caitlin, said. I think it's the best piece of life advice I've ever heard in my entire life, which is shit people should get more shit for being arseholes.